Hello everyone, welcome to another Scrap Mechanics solo tutorial. Today we're going to build our car to get a little bit better today. We might get some suspension on there, and we'll go through drilling basics and whatnot. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's get going. So lucky for us, we already have our drills from the farmer here, so we're just gonna purchase them and get going. Alright, since we're back at the base here, we're gonna make sure we get this vehicle not looking like such a noob machine. So since we got our drill, we can kind of get started on that. We'll basically get this started as a basic drill for now. We won't do anything too crazy. Just because, like, once you get your drill going and start using it, it's going to be a lot easier getting a lot more resources. And the more drills that we got, the bit quicker that we're going to grab those resources. So let's start just building up here a little bit. You know, your first vehicle always isn't going to look super pretty in the end anyway. All this extra stuff I'm putting on here you don't really need to do. I'm just kind of adding stuff on here and clearing out a little bit of my inventory as well. There we go. There we go. Now we got a drill. So, I know a lot of other scrap mechanic players will just attach the engine to or create another engine to go into the drill so they could do the drilling. That's like the least efficient way to do it. So that's why I went with this is why I went with a fully upgraded controller. So our job's gonna be a lot easier, and we don't have to waste any batteries or fuel or anything. A lot of people when I play kind of always question this one, but it's totally worth it. You only have to make one of them, and you can control so many of these parts. So what we'll do is we'll just attach it to there, right to the controller. And what we want to do is put this all the way up to fast. And then you want to hit this button, loop. Okay. The next thing you want to do is put this to 360 all the way around. Doesn't matter which way, it's one way or the other. So you can do that. And then to the controller and to the switch right here. And then we'll attach that switch to the driver. We'll attach the switch to the driver's seat. Alright, so now, since we've just pressed the one here where our button is, it's going to be continuously drilling. We're not going to be using any fuel or anything, and it's just as efficient as using gasoline or electric or anything like that. So, since we got some big piles of rocks here, we are going to just bulldoze one of these things down and just kind of get started on it. And it does do the work without having to use any fuel, which is kind of nice. But like I said, you got we do have a lot more things on here. So we just got the one we can hook up to 10 drills or saws or whatever, and it can work on saws too, just in case you want to do that. So the next thing we need to do is we need to create a refine bot. think we've got pretty much the resources to do it. And a resource collector. I didn't realize I was going to need more stuff to make a refiner. And you can attach these things to your vehicle, same with your craft bot. Boom. Alright, so I'm going to show you how this resource collector works. So we got like a few things in here. So all these ones are scrap stone. You can take them out if you so please, or you can put them back in. Eventually, it has a radius where it will collect things. So if you put this thing like right here, it'll actually go up and start refining this for you, which is nice. You could also leave these on your vehicle as well. And if you park your vehicle close enough for this to start using it, then you just come back and whenever you're done. Or you could just take it off or whatever. Put it back on, depending on what your play style is. Me, we're gonna do something hopefully a little bit nuttier than this. Finally get our welding tool. I think this is like one of the most important tools of the game. You can just do so much with it. It's not one of those things that's just you can kind of like pick up and understand right off the bat, but it'll definitely give us a hand in creating some important inventions. Okay, here's a really good example. I actually needed this to be an odd number and I made it an even number. Go figure. Okay, so we'll just remove that and we'll take that off. Let's move that over 1. And we'll just rebuild it on there. So with our welding tool, you can actually do this. Find where you want it to weld. You just do like that, problem solved, and without having to delete a bunch of work that you created for yourself. Alright, and the second thing that this welding tool does. So right now it looks like that thing's actually together right now, but once you take it off the lift, it actually is not actually attached to itself at all. So that doesn't actually do us any good. Put it back on the lift, it looks like it's attached again, but using your weld tool, you can actually weld these two parts together. And now this thing is actually one piece instead of being 2 pieces. basically that this design is supposed to keep it from, if you hit something, it's not going to mess around with your wheels too much. So that's why I kind of prefer the steering over most steering. It's just more stable. So we're gonna crank that up all the way, because for sure we're gonna need all the power we can get to move this hunk of junk. Leave that alone. Leave my tire alone. Hey. Oh, that is not nice. But definitely the driving is way better with the big boy tires. Getting way better traction, better steering. More. Got 2 in there and 2 more coming. Okay, scrappers, so we're going to get a little bit more OP as what the title says. In order to do that, we're going to have to make a lot more basically controllers and stuff like that in order to function in the way that we want it to. Might have to be a fully secondary upgraded controller. But I think I only need the one anyway. So this one goes right here. And here. Yes, that's actually what I wanted, because I wanted this to be a continuous motion with both of these. Okay. The important thing about controllers is that it's basically you sequence things. So you might have to change the sequence depending on how you want the function to go. So my first sequence is that I want these to go back to where they are. So I want them to go to this position. And then I want my second position to be on the other ones, which is going to be, I believe, 90. Which I think we should have more, depending on how much you want. Much. Okay, so I knew it was 90. I just did not have the usually if it's not working out for you, you should probably adjust. I couldn't possibly put any more controllers on this thing. So we'll put that back to 360. So thanks for joining me. Like, subscribe, comment please. Like, I haven't had any comments yet, but hopefully I will soon. And I would love to hear from everyone, all our favorites, all our scrappers out there. So I'll try to reply as quick as I can. And hopefully we'll see you in the future. Have a good one. Bye-bye.